Well, we always like to show you new stuff on the Carp Tackle Tactics and Tips DVDs, and I'm very proud to be playing a carp on a revamped Daiwa Longbow rod. They were out a few years ago and discontinued, and we couldn't understand why. The blank's such a lovely blank, and for some reason people didn't take to the fixtures and fittings on the rod, so I've redesigned them to look like an Infinity DF. So this is the Longbow DF. Matte finish on the blank, 50mm butt rings through the whole range. There's a 2 3/4, a 3 pound, and this is the 3.5, and you can see this has still got a lovely battle curve. This is a very hard fighting Thorpe mirror, probably something around 15 pound I would guess. That's the average size for in here, and you can see it's still giving a very healthy bend in that rod. Been using this one at linear fisheries as well, at Brasenose 1, casting PVA sticks, well over 100 yards and hitting the clip every time. As you can probably see, there's a lovely slim handle, just like the Infinity DF. Nice sort of shrink tube style handle, very understated rod. No flashy writing on it or anything else, so it looks as much like a custom built rod as possible. And quite a few of the boys at Calder who have seen these already are looking to add a set of these to their armoury because they just look so nice and they're so lovely to play fish on. Look at that curve there, just steering that fish away from the snags in close here. As you can see, I've coupled this with a wind cast reel. This has got 12 pound contour fluorocarbon on it, and that's doing 100 yards with a stick easily. Oh, treading on the other rod. Powering off again, this little fish. Imagine what this rod's going to be like with a 40 or 50 pounder on it. You might be expecting that the Longbows are going to be almost as expensive as the Infinities. They're not. They're roughly half the money, believe it or not. Look almost the same, but almost half the price. And the only difference really that you're always off again, that you're going to feel is in the casting. There's slightly slower recovery, slightly less responsive than an Infinity, but if you hadn't cast an Infinity you would never know the difference. So for all your sort of mid to long range fishing, anything but extreme range, these are going to cope with it admirably. Look at that curve on there, lovely. In you come, fella. He's beat now. Come on. In you go. Got him. Another one on the Longbow. And there he is, another chunky little day ticket carp taken on a Longbow. Check them out in your tackle shops.